All right, hey guys, Jason here, Samco Tradbow, and today what we're going to be talking about is this guy right here. Okay, probably one of the best deals in thermal out there that you can get right now. Okay, this is actually incredible. I did not even know they existed till these guys actually reached out to me after they watched my other thermal video I did on the AGM that I did where I talked about this one. And if you guys know me, this is my second thermal, this is my third, and I also have a fourth one coming. So, I mean, I really like the thermals, okay? They're amazing for animal recovery. That's what I use mine for. They're amazing for animal recovery. They're amazing for perimeter protection, for security around here, for things like that. They're just very, very handy to use for so many things. I love them. But in our hunting world, like we're using, yes, you can use them for animal spotting, things like that. I have a few videos coming out over the few months on thermals once I get all three of these. And I can, I have the other one and I can compare all three, that kind of thing. But this one, for the price, hands down, is a steal of a deal, okay? And I've been using this. I didn't just get this. I've been using it. You're going to see, because we're going to go into computer here in a minute, and I'm going to walk you through some of the footage I've done with this thing, but this thing is pretty insane. So what we have here, this is by TOPDON, okay? TOPDON is the name of the company, and they make thermals already. They've made thermals for a long time. Thermals that plug into your phone, and you can run your thermal camera there. Thermal handheld devices for all sorts of things. They've made thermals for a long time. This is their first ever handheld thermal monocular, similar to like what we use here. We use these things all the time. And like I said, animal recovery wise, there's nothing more valuable than thermal. They work, and they work so good. So let's take a look at this thing. Now I already pulled the stuff out of here because again, I've been using this, but it comes boxed in this really nice foam setup. You can see it in there. It's held in place very nice. And then inside of there is this piece right in here that fits on top of there, keeps all your stuff in it. We come with a bag, nice, handy, simple carry bag. Comes with a very good quality charging cord and transfer cord to transfer your images and videos because it does record both. And you get a instruction manual right here too that's going to tell you how to work everything on this thing, what it does, how it works, the whole setup on this incredible thermal. We're going to cover the specs, and then you also get a little lanyard, okay? I put a lanyard on here myself again, and it is in this nice package setup in here. We pull it out of here. Let's move this stuff off to the side. I'll give you the specs. Here it is right here. Okay, this is it. This is the TOPDON. This is the, what's it called? It's the TS004. It is their thermal monocular. We have diopter adjustment, just like a binocular, so you can really dial this thing in and tune it. We have buttons on the top for taking pictures and video. We have our zoom mode. We have 8 different zoom modes on this, which you will see in the video. And in this stuff I'm going to show you once we get in the computer in a minute. You have your different mode selections. This thing's got some pretty cool modes, including one I really like, which is called bird mode. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you got your charging port, and then you have your power button. Now, this also does have a sleep mode, which is really nice. So you can power it on. Takes a couple seconds, tells you in the screen it powers up. You can also power it off, same way. But while it's powered on, if you just tap that button, it goes into sleep mode. Going to save your battery. So if you can have it in sleep, pick it up, tap it, and then you can look. Do what you want to do when you're done. Just tap it and it turns the display off instantly, saving your power. 11 hours of battery life. Let the reality sink in. I've never heard of a thermal that has more. I think this one's coming in at 10. Okay. Now, the other thing. I love this one. Okay, this one is fantastic. This one is actually cheaper, but this one is amazing. Okay, I've had really good luck with this one, but this is what we call a 120 resolution. Okay, this is a TM160, but it is a 120 resolution thermal, about as low as you can get thermal resolution wise. Okay, and we have from this company, I have another one coming. It's a 384. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. It should be here any day. But this one is actually a 286 or 284. I can't remember which one they call it, but this is or 256. This is a 256. I'll pull the specs up and tell you. But this one here, the resolution, what matters in thermals is resolution, and what matters is the refresh rate. This is a 50 megahertz refresh rate, and it is a 256 resolution. Puts it kind of middle of the road. This is pretty dang phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. And we get a cover on the front right here. It pops down and just drops right down. It goes right back up. It does actually lock back if you need it to. It can lock in the back position. On here, the little tab there, but there it is. Pops right in. Nice, seat, simple, right there like that. So it's going to protect that objective lens. You have a tripod socket on the bottom. And there's your lanyard hole. Lanyard hole is pretty small. You can see I put a piece of serving through there to get it because it's designed for something small like this, but I want to wear it around my neck. But the lanyard hole, not super big on the bottom of this thing. However, cool feature of this too is we do have it's got a LED light right here on the front. You can see that LED light, and I don't remember which one it is that does that. Is it the mode? Yeah, the mode button, but you got an LED light just regular. So it's kind of cool. So if you want to use it for a second, you're not running thermal and you need to do something with it, you got a nice little LED light for anything you need to work on or mess with or do. You got a little LED light right on there that you can tap on, turn off. That's kind of a cool little feature if you want that. It doesn't work when you're running the thermal scope because you don't need it when you're running thermal. But for anything else, for a second, you have it if you need it. So kind of a nice little feature. Quality and build of this thing seems very nice, very good quality, robust. It is similar, very similar in size to what this one is. Okay, not a lot different in there. So you're not, it's not a lot of sacrifice in size. We'll get into that more in a second here. But we are talking about top shelf quality as far as the image resolution. Okay, this thing's insane. Spec wise, it is waterproof. It has 11 hours of battery life. It is IP67 waterproof. You do got an LED indicator here, so when you are on and going through your modes, it's going to tell you what's going on, which is nice. So like if I turn this on, we'll turn it on real quick here, and you'll see it's going to pop up. It's going to say TOPDON. I don't know if you'll be able to see that in there, but it's going to come on, and there it is, and this thing's up and running now. And see, it's got the green light on there, right? Green LED running on the top of that. If I put this into sleep mode by touching this, now it's off inside, and it's sleep mode, and see how that's blinking? That green light is blinking. It lets me know it's in sleep mode, so it's ready anytime I need it. All I got to do, touch that power button, bam, that goes solid. We are back on and we are running in there, okay? So that is the beauty of that setup on there. So really nice, gives you warning for when you're running low on battery, all that kind of stuff too. And we can power this dude right down and shutting off 3, 2, 1, and done. And there it is, it's gone. So, and that turns right off. So excellent, excellent quality of a thermal and for the money. And this thing is like 450 bucks. Understand it. You could probably get it, I've seen it online in a few different places for like $389. That is insane for a 256 thermal. I would expect that on a good deal, on a great day like Black Friday type things, on a 120 resolution. I would expect that, okay? 120 resolution would fit, and actually you'd have to fight to find a 120 often in that kind of price range. And to find one that is a 256 is crazy. Now I will show you the details of resolution. Like I said, you're going to see this stuff on the computer here when we pull this thing into the computer in a minute. I'll show you all the images and the videos that I've recorded with this so you can see it firsthand. But I'm just telling you, it's pretty crazy. Once I get that other one, I will do some comparisons between the three and show you. But this one is a review about this one here. Now, finishing the specs out on this bad boy, we have, you got, it is it's a 0.2 inch 720 by 540 LCOS display, 11-hour battery life. Storage is 32 gigs on this of memory. You got the LED light. Identification distance is 91 meters on this. Detection distance is 410 meters. It's very impressive. Resolution, infrared light resolution is 256 by 192. Field of view, 13.5 by 10.10 degrees, which is pretty good. This one here is a little wider and only has 4 zooms. It's a little bit wider, but I much prefer this one for the hunting stuff. It's more magnified. It gets you in there a little bit closer. This, in my opinion, this would be, if I think about it in real world, I would say that this is equivalent to about a 2-power magnification. 2.5, I'm guessing, magnification, probably about 2. Of where we are. So what you see is brings it in 1-2 times closer, which we really like, because when we're using it for animals, and you'll see, I'll show you an example of my wife on the porch, and that was done at about 25 yards, so you can see the reality of this thing, but it's nice being in a little tighter. I have tracked a lot of animals with this one, using it while I'm blood trailing, but using it to scan on purpose. And a lot of times I'm scanning on 2 or even 4. And the more you zoom in, the more blurry everything gets. But because it's just so wide. Great for a lot of things, but I do much prefer the magnification factor, a little bit of magnification of this one here. And that other one that I have coming too from AGM is going to be very similar in this size magnification as well too. So you get that, you get 50 hertz frame rate refresh. That's nice because when you scan with these, every once in a while, they're going to have to catch up with itself. That 50 hertz is really fast. That's important. You have digital zoom 1, 2, 4, and 8 on this, okay? And you do have the diopter adjustment, so you're good there. And you have... where is our modes? Right here is our modes. You have bird mode, which is the one I was telling you about. That's really unique. You'll see it. Bird mode darkens everything and lets you pick out the smallest little things in there. It's really a pretty cool mode. You have white hot, which is my all-time favorite. It's what I use for pretty much everything. You have black hot, which is good too. Red hot and remix. Those are your modes for this. You have a high and low temperature alarms if this thing gets too hot, which doesn't usually happen, but if something were, it's got protection in there. It's got automatic power off time in there. It does not have on this. There is no auto time off. So if you leave it on, it's going to stay on. Tripod hole in there and IP67 rating. And it's not very heavy. It's 800 grams. I don't know what that is, but it's not heavy. I will show you how I carry it. And the dimensions are for package size in millimeter, so that's not going to help much. But as you can see, it's about just a hair under 7 inches tall and about 2.5 inches in diameter. That's basically where you're coming in at. So that is this guy right here. But we are talking about a top shelf one. Now, what I do with mine, which I've done with both of these, okay? Again, I have a neck strap on here so that I can throw this right on and I can wear it like this, and it tucks over here, and then that way as I'm tracking animals and I'm looking through there and I need to, I can pull it up and I can scan. Oh, there she is. She's laying right there. Got it. And it's that way to work, okay? So it's really nice to be able to put a neck strap on it and have my hands free to move brush. Again, my number one purpose for these things is animal recovery. Thermal just is such a game changer for that. And it does work pretty good through vegetation if there's a way to see through the vegetation. What I mean by that is if light can pass through it, you can be seen. If they're hiding behind something like a wall, they're hidden behind, like even a palm, okay? They could be laying down behind a palm frond, but palm fronds have those gaps between the things. You will see that glowing hot light source, that glowing heat radiation image glowing between those fins on that palmetto. So as long as light can pass through, it's going to tell you where it is. You'll scan and it'll all be, like if you're in white hot, it's all gray, 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 then you're going to hit a palm, and it's going to be white, 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 white through there, even if he's hiding behind it. If he's behind a bush, it'll be gray, gray, gray bush with a bunch of white specks coming through it. You know that's where it is. So even behind dense brush, these things in vegetation, they work pretty good. If light can physically travel to there from where you are, then you can see it with one of these. And so we got, like I said, we got our nice little features that come with it here. Me, in my pack, because I do not use it for hunting. I have no interest in using it for hunting myself. But what I do with it is I take it here and I stick this thing into this sock, just like this, for a little bit of padding. It's just an old sock. And I stuff this right in here, drop it in, throw in my cord, and then this is a window washing wipes bottle, an Armor All where you pop the top and it opens here and you pull each of the wipes out individually for your Armor All wipes that you get for like $3. I also put some duct tape on it, so I have duct tape there for my heels. It's white duct tape, but I had it. But this is just duct tape wrapped around this and this, so if I need it for hot spots on my heels, it's easy to get to. But then I take this and I just drop this right inside of here, just like this, close it up, and then this whole kit right here just drops in the bottom of my pack and it sits there. Keeps it protected, keeps it set. When I need it, I can pull it out. But this is just a protection for it, which is also going to keep the eyepiece from getting folded over, crushed, beat up, things like that. It's just perfect. Fits right in there like a champ. Little bit of wiggle room, just a smidge. But this is it right there, and I throw this right in the bottom of my pack, and I have it there for use. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go jump into the computer so I can show you this thing real world. Detection distance, it says on here. Okay, it says on this detection and recognition. So detection for a deer-sized animal, which is what it's showing you on here. But for a deer-sized animal, it is saying that you're, or that could be elk on here, but either way, it could looks like an elk. But they're saying 850 yards to be able to detect it that far away. And recognition, meaning you can actually identify it as an elk. not a bear, not a moose, but actually identify it as what it is, you're looking at 200 yards to still be able to identify. For a person, it's saying 450 yards, it'll pick up a person, and at 100 yards, you can recognize it as a person and who they are. So I 100% agree with that. Like I said, I'll show you some examples. We're about to go in a computer right now, so don't go too far, but I'm telling you, for the money, $450 and actually under 400 on a lot of places online, under $400, 389 bucks. Very, very hard to beat this. I did not buy this. They sent this to me, okay? I was excited. I'm like, thermal, I love thermal. Send me thermal. Send me thermal, definitely. I like it. This one here has replaced me carrying this one, okay? I didn't know if that was going to be the case, but this one here, I don't carry very much. This one here is the one I carry all the time now. When that new one gets here, we'll see what that one's like too, because like I said, it's going to be even a more advanced and higher resolution, but the quality of the images and the quality of video this and the quality of what you see and being able to identify, even knowing that this is it, all right, there's that stump, there's that tree, here's where I'm looking, is so much easier on this than it is on a lower resolution one. This one is amazing. I am not taking anything away from this thermal. It is fantastic. It is just not as good as this is as far as the thermal resolution, but it's not supposed to be. However, most of these 120 resolution ones that we're seeing out here, like this AMG 160, the FLIR, you know, some of those ones, they're going to be more expensive than what this is, and this one is very, very hard to beat. So this one is gonna outdo the 120 resolutions by a long shot. So let's jump in the computer, see what we got. All right, so here we go. We are looking at this. These are some of the images, a JPEG, and a couple videos we're going to run through here. This was when I first got it. This is at night. This one is in, most of these are pitch black, but it doesn't matter. It sees the same, daytime or nighttime. Makes no difference on how it sees. The difference actually comes in during daytime. If the sun is out, it will heat things up. Like here, you can see the sidewalk holding heat. You can see the heat coming from his motor from driving earlier in the day, the heat coming out of there, and you can see the heat from the lights here. But, you know, during daytime, if the sun was beating on this tree hard, this tree would, like you see it here, holding more heat. But like I said, works basically the same. This is real world resolution as it's showing me. You can see we can zoom in a little bit here for you, but I have the screen set up like this because the videos pop up at the high spot. Moving on to the next one here. Okay, this one here is in black mode. Okay, this is their black mode that they have running on there. And we are going to, let me pop this off here real quick. Sorry, hang on one second so that I get rid of that. And I can pull this up and I can tell you those modes because they name them a little different. I want to be able to tell you and what they are for the modes. Hold on. Where did they list those? Right here. Okay, so this is what they call, this one here, you see this is black hot. Okay, this is what they call black hot mode. Night mode, they put these little emblems relate to what they are, but this is black hot mode, and you can see this is a cat on my porch. This is my sign. I'm probably 15 yards away from him, but you can see it. That's a cat right there. At night, here is the next one, which is called red hot mode. And then here's remix or fusion, a lot of them call. Same thing, couple cats up there. You can see my sign here. Like I said, I'm down by the road, probably 15 yards away. And then we go to the next one here, same thing, that is remix mode. And then we have bird mode is this one. This is a really cool mode. Notice how it really concentrates the super hot points. If we go back, you can see where the hot points are on this cat. Now, he walks away behind here, but see how it's highlighting the super, super hot points and kind of letting the other, it's like really narrowing down to key hot points so that you can identify birds, things like that. And it's pretty sweet mode. It really looks cool. You'll see it in some other ones on here. So we got that. We got... here it is again with bird mode, but you can see how it doesn't show, you can still see the whole thing, but it's really keying on a very minute little hot spots. Really little key points of this, making these little bitty spots jump out pretty good. That's why they call it bird mode. Here's that same neighbor's truck again here too, same kind of thing shot, but this is done on black hot, not white hot. Okay, the first one was on black hot. Here you can see the engine is hot. The sidewalk is gray. The curb is hot because the sun beats down on the curb. Okay, so you can see the differences there. That's black hot mode. Here's a cat. Again, this is in white hot mode, which is the one I seem to use the most. I like it the best. But there's a cat right here, white hot mode. There's my dog on white hot mode through my, this is both a window screen and a pet guard metal wire mesh on here. And that is my Shih Tzu sized dog right there with a lot of hair on it, which you can see hides a lot of the heat signature in there with how thick it is. But you can see the highlights coming through here. And there it is in black hot mode. Right there, and you can see that, and then we're going to move on again, and keep in mind it's a very hot house and we're outside, so you'll see the differences here coming up. There is fusion or red hot mode. I'm sorry, red hot mode. There's the fusion or remix mode. Now we'll do some zooms and everything. There's bird mode. Now here, this is inside my house. I got two of these Shih Tzu dogs, both about the same size. Here's one laying on the back of my couch. This is in white hot mode. And reference-wise, I'm standing 20 feet away, probably 20, 25 feet away, feet, not yards. There's black hot mode. There is red hot mode, which highlights the red spots. The hottest spots turn red. There is remix mode right there, and there is, now that's not, we don't have bird, we didn't do bird mode on this one. Now here, I'm actually in a tree stand. And this is a lot of thick brush below me. You can see all this real heavy vegetation. And I'm talking like chest-high vegetation. This is an armadillo. And he's probably maybe 10 yards out away from me, and I am 17 feet up in a tree. And we are on, this is white hot mode. I think I go through it. I don't know if I go through all the modes. We'll see. I don't remember how much time. Yep, and then here is bird mode on that armadillo. But again, you can see how even through the brush, as long as there's something where that line of sight can hit it, it's going to pick it up. Okay, there's the armadillo there too. That's bird mode. Here is white hot mode. Here is black hot mode. Here is red hot mode. Here is remix mode. So you can see those on there. Like I said, it's pretty cool how these things, how well this thing shows up. And again, you can see how the, vegetation might block it a little bit, but as we go back through here, even this one, you can see how it still shows through the vegetation anywhere light can hit. So even here, you can see that there's an animal there. Or for animal recovery, you can see there's an animal laying there. Okay, so nice features. I like that. Then I think we're getting into videos here in a minute. There's another one on white hot mode. Now here's some cows. Okay. Now the video of this too, I'm going to put in here before you see this. So I'm going to put in first to show you what this looked like from the truck. These cows got to be 250 yards away. No doubt about it, 250 yards away. Also notice that the resolution of the images are not near as good as the resolution of the videos, as you'll see. Believe me, it looks much better through the screen than what these JPEG pictures do for it. So you'll see that here. And here, I believe, is a video. So you can see this up here. This is a video of that on white hot daytime or white hot mode. And this is regular zoom, no change in this. Out my car window rolled down, truck window rolled down, but it's 250 yards away for these guys. And I think I'm going to either zoom in. Now there's zoom 2. And then there's zoom 4. You can see as the more you zoom, the more blurry it gets. But remember, these are 250 yards minimum away, maybe even pushing 300 yards. Okay, they're a long way out there. This is full daytime, which is why you can see all the white speckles all over the grass from the sun heating all that up. But even there, you can see how well these things are showing on there. Just does a phenomenal job. Here's images. This is 2x on white hot. Here is 4x on white hot. And here is 8x on white hot. Okay, and again, at least 250 yards away, minimum. And here it is on 1x on black hot. And then here is red hot. And you can see the red's even hitting where the sun is hitting on some of these key spots out here. And then we have remix version, and we have bird mode out there. Okay, so like I said, they give you a lot of capability with these things. And again, we're talking about 250, 300 yard minimum. I don't have it yet. It's just too hard for me to judge out there in the middle of this thing. I don't know how big this is. And then here again, we have my dog sitting there, and this is on 1x. But we're going to get into videos. Here's the video. Look at the quality of this. This is what it looks like when you're looking through there. Okay, that's it right there. Now, this is on black hot mode. But I mean, like I said, the quality of this thing is phenomenal. The resolution is incredible. Here's following my dog's tracks. Now, when he's up close, when they're right to you, next to you, you don't have that good of, focus on him, okay? You're going to get a little blurry like this because it's not designed to focus this close up. But look at how it's even picking up the tracks so easily as my dog is walking around our hardwood floors. Okay, and I'm zooming through there showing you, getting back to one. But I mean, like I said, they do. Look at here's Red Hot. There's that remix. So you can see the differences here. But again, the resolution is going to be a little sketchy because it doesn't have that close of capabilities. It's too close to me. It's right at my feet. But pretty sweet setup on how that works. And then there I am backing up. See how it's getting more and more better clarity because of the fact that I gave a little distance in there. It's just not designed to focus that close up. There's Red Hot. There's Remix, Bird Mode. And then we got these guys going outside here too. Now they're out in my backyard, and you can see, look at a brush. See how the brush, watch, they're going to move through the brush. They're going to go over there, but this is on white hot mode, 1X. This is outside in the evening. I'm standing probably 12 yards, 15 yards from them. But even where that one just sat down, look, you can see the hot heat signature on the ground where he just had his butt down there. Okay, you can even see their paw prints here. Watch when this one, Gunner, is going to go behind a brush over here. Showing you the different modes again, but he's going to tuck in behind all this heavy bushes that I got right here on the side of the house. Right here, look. It's all heavy bushes. Look how he disappears, but see how you can still see him through there? As long as light can get through there somehow, it's going to show you that. That's real heavy bushes here, and you can still see that there is an animal. There is a heat signature behind there, and I zoom in through those, but you can see it's just nice to know. It's pretty easy to identify that there's an animal there even through the brush. Okay, so it makes it really nice. Next one here we're going into. Now we're going to get into my wife here in a minute. We're going to show her outside, which is pretty cool. So it's worth watching to see if you're looking for people. This is my dog's on the back porch. Again, I'm just moving through some brush. Yeah, I can still see that heat signature through the brush. Long as there's a speck where light can get through there, you're going to see that there's something over there that has a heat signature. Now it's just a cat picture. Again, different modes right here. And now here's a cat playing out there. This is on black hot mode outside at night. Just watching him play around here, just looking at this. But like I said, this thing is, I mean, it's pitch black outside. It's thermal. So, it doesn't need any light whatsoever. This is not night vision. It's thermal. But pretty cool. Works pretty good. I got zero. I mean, this is the resolution of this thing. You'll be able to identify the curb, the grass, the leaves down the road. Look at that. I mean, it's amazing the resolution of what you're getting out of this and being able to identify everything. That's the gold mine aspect of this. Now, this next one here, I believe there's my wife sitting on the couch when I yelled at her and told her, come out on the front porch. And I told her, just come out and stand on the front porch out there. And I went out there. It's pitch black outside. She has no idea where I am. And I shot a couple of different videos and stuff of her. She has no idea. But now here also, this is the back of my computer. This is just the heat coming off the back of my computer hitting my shelf up here. So, I mean, and you can't feel it by your hand. You can't feel any heat there, but you can see it on here. Just pretty neat stuff to see. Here I just went and put my hand on the back of the toilet just to do it for a second and then backed up and took a picture. You can see that's the kind of, how sensitive this sensor is. Pretty awesome. This is the heat register in my bathroom with heat coming out. And there's a cat hidden underneath my neighbor's truck, probably about 30 yards away, 25 yards away from me. There's a cat underneath the truck under there. And now here's one. Again, here I'm probably pushing 45, 50 yards away, somewhere there. That is my wife hiding behind the bushes on our porch. Okay, there's a bush in the way, but that right there, that signature, that heat signature, that super hot spot, that is my wife standing on the porch hidden behind this stuff. Here's a video of it right here, so you're going to see her. You'll see her pop in here. There she is in the black, see it in night mode, the black mode, black hot. That's my wife behind those bushes right there on my front porch. And she's working through there. You can see her. She just disappeared. She doesn't come back out, I don't think. So I think I got to move on to the next one here. There's a picture of her. Again, it's black outside. And I'm not telling her where I am. She has no idea where I am or what I'm doing. She has no clue. There she is above the top of my Gladiator on the front porch. Here's another video where she doesn't know where I am. I'm standing 35 yards away from her probably. She has no clue what's going on. She cannot see me anywhere out there. But look at how perfectly we can identify her through all these different modes. and we can see where she is. Then I'm going to go across the street. I'm going to get probably about, here I'm about 45 yards away from her. And you can see her out there, but she can't see me. She has no idea where I am. There's a car that's going to even come by. This car can't even, like I said, nobody can see me. I'm down there with no lights, but I can see perfectly where she is, going through all the different modes here for you. You can see, I mean, like I said, this thing has got so much capability. You can see the cat walking up there. Just a perfect setup. So, all right, there you go. That's going to end the review on this TOPDON TS004 thermal that is so dirt cheap and yet so amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. And like I said, for animal recovery, this thing is a game changer. These things are a game changer. All right, we're going to end it here. As always, thanks for watching.